good, people? So man, we just got offloaded, and my next load don't pick up till tomorrow morning. So we are going to find a truck stop to shut down at. And we in PA. You know how tight these little roads be up here. But yeah, man. So, anyways, I wanted to come in and kind of talk about, like what's going on in the industry with the rates and pretty much what I've been doing to keep my head above water, right? So, first and foremost, I have a lower overhead than some other folks, right? Plays a big part in the bottom line. Okay, so along with that, I'll let you know. So last year, between like the months, so I got here right at the beginning of October to Landstar. So from October to December, week over week, I consistently gross between $6,000 and $8,500 every week. If I was in this truck, I was grossing that kind of money. And that's just what it was. Like it. And obviously I'm not talking about the weeks that I decide to go home or none of that. I'm talking about the weeks that I'm in this truck over the road. I was grossing between that kind of money, right? So obviously New Year rolls around, rates drop like a bad habit. I think we can all agree on that. They drop like a bad damn habit, right? So the amount of money that I was grossing has dropped between 20 and 30% since then, right? So now I'm at the point where it's between about $3,500 and $6,000, the high 5,000s, somewhere in that range, right? That's about where I'm at these days. And I don't like it. But what I've been doing, because I'm not running the dog shit out of my truck just to because okay, I'm looking on the load board and all I see is $1.30, $1.40, $50. If that's what I gotta do, then I'm going to park my truck. I'm going to my damn house. I'm not running the hell out of my truck for these pennies that these brokers is trying to pay. So what I have been doing, and this works for me, this is what I do. It may not work for you, so I'm not telling you to do this, but this is what I do. So let's say I'm on home time. I'm going on my home time. The day that I'm going home, I'm already looking for the load for when I leave, right? Because you got to book these things in advance, man. Especially if you with Landstar, I know you should ought to have your load alerts on, all that. Gotta have it. So yeah, I'm booking my loads in advance. Like if I can find both loads, so let's say I book a load, I'm going home on Friday, I book a load for Monday, going, let's say to Illinois, right? Let's say it delivers in Illinois Tuesday evening. I'm already looking for the next load. So I will look for something for Wednesday morning, taking me out of there. I'm booking all of that in advance. I'm not waiting until, okay, I'm running this load, now let me start looking. Nah, I never do that. I always try to book in advance. And I know some of you guys may be thinking, okay, well, what if something happens, you have to cancel? If that happens, then that's just what happens. How many times do brokers cancel, these shippers cancel loads with us? Obviously, if I'm canceling the load, it's because something out of my pretty much out of my control is going on. So I either I can't make the time limit or what have you. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to deal with it just like we have to deal with it, because a shipper cancel a load on you, that could throw off it. Well, it will throw off the rest of your week. You may find something else that way you can bounce back, but more than likely it's gonna throw off the entire week. So that's trucking, right? So if I got something going on, if I can't make it, like, I mean, not me, but if something's going on and it prevents me from going pick a load up and I got to cancel it, then that's just what it is. Like, I don't care how you feel about it, you know, because you don't care when you got to cancel on me. So why should I care? Just it is what it is, man. It's trucking. Shit don't go as planned most of the time. So yeah, I've only been running about 2 loads a week. I try to make sure one of them is grossing over 3,000, at least 3,000, and then the other load at least 2,000, between 2 and 3,000. That's what I go for. That's what I shoot for, and I try to book them both in the same day. That way, I ain't got to worry about getting on the load board, try to scavenge and pray something, something is on there. Now, with that, I will say, I typically do some sitting, because, again, I'm not running my truck to hell for no $1.20, $1.30 a mile. So if I got to sit for a day to find that $3,000 load, that's what I'm gonna do. It'll show up. They always show up. You know, it's just, it becomes a matter of who can press the call button the fastest to get it. $1.20 a mile, that's not gonna happen, bro. Like my truck right now, I just broke 350,000 miles. We got about another 50,000 before chances all the problems really start coming. You know, well, at least from the dudes I talk to that's got Cascadias, they say they usually, you know, around about once you break that 400,000 mark is when, you know, shit might get a little ugly. We got warranty though, so that's cool, I guess. But yeah, so I look for those 2 loads, man. At least one 3,000 or better, and then the other one at least 2,000 or better. And I try to do it early, do it in advance, because if you wait till the day of or the day before, it's a good chance you're not gonna find nothing, man. Along with that, I'm also utilizing all of the tools that they give us. So, you know, I mean, you can use Trucker Path, but I'm using the Toll Guru app to factor in. You know, I know exactly what I'm spending on tolls or how I need to go around these tolls, because again, that's more to my bottom line. And I'm using the if you have the that, I can't think of the name of it, it's like the ComData app, whatever the hell it's called. It's got the little express fuel feature on there. So instead of go, like I'm in PA right now, instead of going to Flying J and spend $3.75 a gallon on fucking fuel, I'm gonna go to, you know, one of them smaller little truck stops where the fuel is like $3.40. That's where I'm going. That stuff, I try my best to book the lightest loads that I possibly can. I try to stay away from that heavy weight, because these rates just ain't set up for that, man. Like, they're not paying enough for me to pull 45,000 pounds and 46,000 pounds. It's just not paying enough for that right now. So I leave that stuff alone. I leave that to whomever else want to beat the hell out of their truck pulling that shit up and down Pennsylvania mountains. Now, I ain't doing it. Right? Not to mention, I don't drive my truck very fast either. Especially not this time of year, man. Oh no. The race down like this, about 65 miles per hour, man. That's all I need. Maybe 67, 68. But doing over 70, nah, man. No indeed. That's burning way too much fuel. You probably be spending $1,000, $1,200 a week in fuel driving at them kind of speeds, and I'm not into that. So I don't run my truck that fast, man. That, not to mention, when I'm in these little towns where it's, you know, a ton of stoplights, if I don't have to bring my truck to a complete stop, I'm not doing it. Now, I don't mean run the light. You know, I know some of y'all might be like, well, what do you do, just run the light? No, I don't run the light. I just mean I see a red light ahead. I'm slowing down in advance, way in advance. That way I can just coast up to it. Light turns green and then I just power through it. Versus bringing it to a stop. And then the truck got to go through all the gears. Just not sure what happened. Camera just crashed, I guess. It's weird. Got to get that together, Apple. But yeah, you know what I mean? Truck got to go through all the gears, just burning all the fuel up. I'd rather just coast on through it. That way the truck don't have to work that hard. You know, now obviously there's a lot of times you ain't got no choice but to bring the truck to a stop, and I get that. But when you can avoid it, avoid it. Save you a little fuel. And you may not think so, but I'm telling you, man, I'm not spending, like I keep my fuel every week under $800. Every week, under $800. I'm not spending more than that. Like, realistically, I try to keep it under $7, but a lot of weeks we'll break $7. So $8 is about my cap, you know. And I don't typically run in these areas where the fuel is super high. So PA, I don't come up here that often. California, I never go there, you know. I try to stay away from them type of places because the rates is already down. You're not paying me nothing. So why I'm gonna go over here and the fuel is you know, in the $4 a gallon almost, you know, in Cali. And up here in PA, it's like $3.75. So yeah, I won't be going to none of those places. I'm going to find the mom and pop little truck stop over there, give me some fuel. Again, this all affects my bottom line. So that's what I'm doing. You hear me? So yeah, you know, just a little recap. 2 loads a week. I try to get one at least 3,000, the other one at least 2,000 or better. That way that put me between 5,000 and 6,000 gross every week. That's a good place for me. It may not be too much for somebody else that's got more bills. You know, you got trailer payment and all that other extra stuff. I don't have all that, so you know, I don't really have to get out here and really be out here trying to grind to gross $8,000 and $10,000. I don't have to do it. I'm not about to, and with the way the rates are right now, you're going to have to run the hell out of that truck to try to gross that kind of money right now. Unless you know, you got it in with a broker like that. And unfortunately, I don't have one with like consistent freight like that. So, yeah. But anyways, man, that's what I do. Maybe you could think about that. Might work for you, might not work for you. But either way, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just telling you what I do, how I maintain during these times. And yeah. So if you on the road, be safe. The boy gonna be shutting down here before long, and more than likely gonna do a live today because it's been a long time. As long as my phone service is good, anyway. But anyway, man, you on the road, be safe. Y'all be easy. I'm out.